Right at the convergence of the Three Rivers on Art Rooney Drive, we welcome you to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This was the scene just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Buffalo Bills. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Black 20. You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today. Say it. Kill. Hey, alert. Hey, alert three. Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
Quit talking about it and bring it. 49. Hey, orbit. Oh, here we go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. The sack there by Trent Murphy.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This is the 3rd-round pick out of FAU, Devin Singletary. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run with a former Jaguar. It's T.J. Yeldon. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Allen now on 1st down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley. And he's got this down to the 35. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Robert Foster, the intended receiver, and it's 2nd down.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered, and he was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. On 2nd down, here's a run with Singletary. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. On 3rd down, they go with Singletary. And he'll be taken down shy of the 25 that he needed. He'll be a yard or 2 short. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards. And now a decision here on 4th and 1. Allen will look to throw for it on 4th. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Hey, wahoo! Black and turn!
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
Williams. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now Roethlisberger to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Trent Murphy able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach, because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board, so let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Quick throw going to be caught by Foster. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Whenever we talk about the best strong safeties, one word constantly comes up, and that's instincts. Being able to diagnose run or pass and make the appropriate moves.
He crashed down hard there. He was ready for that running play. Throwing is Allen on 3rd. And that is incomplete.
They good game catch the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limited to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
No spacing. You're going to see me in your nightmare. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming.
On 2nd and 12, Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Roethlisberger with a give. It's Williams. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike's 49. Hey, Alpha. I got wide.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right?
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Bud Dupree, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. On second down now, Singletary. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. On third down, Singletary. But he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. They get the first. The decision to run on 3rd and medium winds up being a good one. Throwing now is Allen. That's caught by Brown for a Bills touchdown. John Brown hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. This is taken at the 3. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Hey, alert.
41's the mic, 41's the mic. Check 41. Hey, watch the slant.
Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
You got it. 319.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Kill. Turn up.
And here's Allen to throw on 3rd down. And able to find John Brown. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. He got 29 yards that time. A first down carry now for Yeldon. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Allen finding Knox there, complete. A very solid gain of 27.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed,
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Robert Foster with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. 2 minutes to play first half. It's 14-0. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Check. Shift. Watch the shift. Black it turn.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Trent Murphy getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
They're in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
You. Here we go. Here we go. Black. What's that?
To try again after the sack. Roethlisberger. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Open man, Smith-Schuster. It's complete. The 20, 10, and he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And oh, it's no good on the PAT, so they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sideline.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
Hey, Haywood. 50, ready?
To throw, it's Allen. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So after the sack, Allen and the Bills with work to do on 3rd and long.
50, Mike, 50. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, D. Man up, D. Kill. Alert.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise.
And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys have cut the lead down to 2. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. This is Yeldon on the dump off. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Allen. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken from just outside the 30. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, Bills with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. This fielded at the 2. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run on first down with Singletary. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, check my 50. Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot.
From the 36, Allen. He's going deep for Brown. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Anthony Averett picks it, and the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Roethlisberger. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Singletary again. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
No gain on the play.
Let's get that ball, dude. Let's get that ball right.
They'll try and run for this with Singletary. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
Hey, go.
Going for it on 4th down. Allen. He'll let it go deep for Foster, and they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And past the 30 down to about the 27. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5-on-3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
6 man.
It's Pumphrey on the toss. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Steelers have taken the lead. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Dancing to his left. And that is caught for the 2 points. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Allen. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. T.J. Watt racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here's Allen to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I would dare say that these guys would have liked to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. Pulled in at the 24. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They go play action here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Jerry Hughes racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
Any day. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. 36.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a 2nd time.
58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And that will be incomplete. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Hey, dude. Ricky. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Mike 50.
Allen going to go on 4th down. And that's caught by Beasley. They've been burned twice already on 4th down, but the 3rd time's the charm as they keep the drive moving. Open man here is Foster. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yes.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Ryan Shazier. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line.
Like 20. Watch the slip.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. They run it again with Williams. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
Let's make these babies crawl all the way back home. Check 31, check 31. Pick the edge. Come. Slam. World.
57's Mike. Mike 57.
That's right, baby. They don't want it.
Now Roethlisberger. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
Singletary to get the drive started. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
On 2nd and 11 now. Allen. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Anthony Averett picks it. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives him a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the... And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Jamal Agnew. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Tre'Davious White with a pick. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault.
Now Brown, oh, he lost the football. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. To throw is Allen. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the rookie first-rounder from Michigan, Devin Bush. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Oh, Roethlisberger going to throw. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
2nd and 6 at the 44-yard line.
Set! 230. Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Watch the flag! Corner!
Again, it's Williams. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now Ben going to give it to Williams. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. And the Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th. Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over at their own 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, 50. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Mike 50. Hey, Orban.
Back to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey,
One final shot, they'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, we saw a close game that kept us on the edge of our seats down to that final whistle. And right before that final whistle, defense with one last exclamation mark there, getting the sack to end it.
I love how you phrased it, because we were waiting to see what would happen. Obviously, we thought something would happen downfield. Instead, it happens in the offensive backfield, and that's your ball game.
So for the Steelers, it's a